Hi, it's Carter, president of Constitutional Rights Pack, constitutionalrightspack.com. Come and sign up for our free newsletter. Every day you get a personal email from me every day as part of the CRPAC Nation. I think you're going to enjoy it, and it helps you make a real difference. We're not a let's sit back and talk organization. We're not part of Washington's Conservative Inc. We work together to make a difference, which is vitally important. Now, I'll tell you one of the differences I'd like to see us eventually make, and to some it's going to sound like heresy. To some it's going to sound a little radical. Matter of fact, a lot radical, okay? All right, are you ready for it? All right, I'll give it to you. I think one of our goals in the immediate years ahead should be to abolish 4-year colleges, okay? Get rid of them. Just totally get rid of them. I was going to say they're useless. They're worse than useless. They're worse than useless. They are a total detriment to society. They are a breeding grounds for radicalization. They are not there for education. They are there for indoctrination. Okay, and they're totally unnecessary. How do we know they're there for indoctrination? Well, because look at the college professors. The college professors. If you went to college like I did, think back on your college professors. Did you ever see worse wastes, plural, of flesh than college professors? I mean, these are mostly just lazy grifters who live off the system. Did you know the average college professor, I'm going to give you a true stat, works 9 hours a week? Think about it. And if you want to call it work, they teach the same courses every semester from the same dog-eared yellowed papers, okay? The notes they may have written down, some of them 20, 30, 40 years ago, that they're babbling out yet again to a bunch of captive students who have to do as they're told. Okay? And the students do, but really what they talk to them most about when they get them into their re-education camps is how awful traditional America is, how awful white people are, how awful men are, how awful everything about this country is, and the things that they hate are what have made America great. Traditional values, morals, okay, standards, the real work ethic, love thy neighbor, all these things. The fact that there are male and female. Now, there's an anathema to the average college professor today, and with a lot of them, you look at them, you can't tell the difference. Again, I went to college. I'm sitting here on a park bench, and I'm surrounded by colleges, and 10 blocks in that direction is your college, and a quarter of a mile in that direction is the Penn State University. A good example at this York College, some years back they built essentially condos for students, okay? Well, most of the students don't live in them anymore, so a good friend of mine who is a hard person, I mean, this guy's covered with tats, a shaved head, spent prison time, but he is smart as a whip, and no nonsense, and conservative as the day is long. He said, you know what's going to be done with those, right? I said, I guess we'll try and get students. And he started laughing and said, come on, grow up. He said, they're going to be turned into Section 8 housing. So the college can make exorbitant money off of them, as the government pays more for Section 8 housing than they can collect in rent. He said, that's what they're up to. He said, trust me, I know the system, and he does, okay? So that's where they are. I went to college. Was it a waste of time? No, I got to join Tau Kappa Epsilon, and I guzzled beer and chased women for 4 wonderful years. That's it. I was like what is currently 72% of college graduates. never worked in what I was educated for. 72%. So what do? Well, they're trained to hate America. They're trained to think that working people are suckers to be used. They're trained to be grifters. They've been told for 4 years, you're better than everybody else because you're in college by these 9-hour work week college professor Marxist. And so that's the attitude they go out with. And then we have to tolerate them. Well, let's not tolerate them any longer. And you parents who are spending $40, $50, $60, $100,000 to send them to these colleges, why don't you use the money, buy yourself a used Ferrari, or maybe a home at the beach, something. If you buy offshore, you can buy a mansion at the beach if you buy a gorgeous place somewhere on the beach in Nicaragua, Honduras. You know, use it for something useful. Something useful. Tell your kids, here's an idea, go to community college and work. Maybe even learn a trade. I just took my car to get repaired. The fee, they charge $160 an hour. That's a lot of money. But you know what? It's worth it to me because my car gets repaired, as opposed to paying a indoctrinated student who hates America and is an expert in gender studies. I'm an expert in gender studies. Hey, you want to be an expert? Here's the gender: male, female. And the males want to have sex with the females, and a lot of the females want the money from the males. There's your gender study. Go out and live it. Okay? Go out. Come on, stop it. Gender studies. So, and then they teach them there are no genders. That's their gender studies. So, come on, folks. We got to get rid of these things. 2-year colleges, most of those are great. They learn the basics of whatever subject they want to study. If I were them, I'd go to, hey, how you all doing? If I were them, if I had kids of that age right now, I suggest they go to a vocational school instead. Learn to do something that's called, in the old days in America, we called useful. Okay? So they turned the college professors, administrators turned their institutions into indoctrination centers. So now let's shut them down for them and tell them, the college professors and administrators, go get a job. Yeah, let's do this thing.